Hey everyone, good morning. Welcome back into the AM show. Yes, we're already having fun here on this Tuesday morning. Now, guys, I promised you a special guest before the commercial break, and that's exactly what we are going to get into right now. Our next guest is a true blues legend. He's a harmony player, frontman of the high-energy Killer Joe band, and even a familiar face on the big screen. He was worked with icons like Al Pacino in The Irishman, plus he's a New York Blues Hall of Fame inductee. So without further ado, everyone, please welcome to the show, Joe Ferraro, or should I call him Killer Joe?
Killer Joe.
Good morning. Good morning.
Welcome to the show. How you doing?
Great to be here.
Okay, so first of all, I have to talk about that very bold nickname you have, Killer Joe. How did that come to be? How long have you had that?
Oh boy, about 25 years.
Ah.
I used to play in a little club in the Village in New York City. And the band leader, the late great Frankie Paris, just started calling me Killer. Killer Joe, come on, and play harmonica with us. And name stuck.
Wow.
That was it.
Okay, so you haven't actually done the killing, right? I need to confirm.
Nothing I'm allowed to
That's
talk
all-
about on camera, on live TV.
Yeah, but you bring up harmonica, so you've actually been playing since you were 15, right?
Yes.
What was it about the harmonica? Because some people say they started on piano, they start on drums, so you don't really hear
I
harmonica.
tried everything. I couldn't get it, couldn't figure it out. And I just knew I can do it. It's hard to explain. And I picked one up. And basically, it's a toy. That's really all it is. And I figured it out. And then I was fortunate enough to be around some really hardcore blues guys who could do it. And I watched them, picked up, back then you can get 10 blues albums for like $6 back in the 70s and 80s. And I just learned how to mimic the harmonica player that was on the album.
That's awesome.
That was it.
It feels like the harmonica chose you. That's what it feels like.
That's how most things are anyway.
Yeah.
It's like you choose each other kind of thing, exactly.
Yeah.
I met the harmonica, it met me, and then it was on a crazy ride after that.
Yeah.
I love
I just
it.
followed it.
Yeah.
I love it. You know, me and Nadine, we were jamming to your band and watching some of the live clips, and I'm just always fascinated about how one grows into many. So we saw that when you guys were playing, it's a bunch of you guys. And so did you know all the elements of your band, or the drummer and the guitarist? Did you know all these guys prior to? How did you build it out to where it is right now?
There's a lot of things called open jams, like all over Long Island, all over the city, and you meet a guitar player, or you meet a drummer or whatever, and then you get a gig. Basically, it's about the gig, where you're playing, where we're getting paid, and you get this guitar player, and this drummer, and I do what you call textbook blues soul, rock and roll. So anybody who worked their soul could do it. Get in there, and we could do a whole night of music.
Yeah.
I love that.
It's so fun seeing all those pieces come together, right?
I'm telling you.
When you get the bigger, that's a little more arranged. But if you want, you find out who one horn player is, you find 10.
Yeah.
Same thing with guitar players. In my band, I have 4 deep on everything.
Wow.
Because they're all working musicians.
For sure.
So I'll get a gig tonight. And I'll say, look, I need a crew and whatever, and I'll call you. And before you know it, we got a crew, we got a band. Let's go. Let's hit it.
That's awesome. You know, you spoke about an open jam. There used to be this open jam downtown at Arlene's Grocery.
Oh, sure.
Yeah, it was called.
I played them many times.
That's
a lot
awesome.
of people got discovered there.
Yeah.
And a lot of heavy blues and rock artists came out of there, out of Arlene's Grocery.
I love that. You know, I'm thinking, me and Nadine, we should drop an album.
We should.
AM Show album coming soon, featuring Killer Joe. What's up?
Let's go. Let's do it.
Yeah, Killer Joe
Why not?
on that harmonica.
Yes, ma'am.
And maybe something that we could maybe see in our band is a little bit what you've been doing with your band. And we actually have a clip of that, so everybody can just see how talented you are, especially as the front man.
Oh,
guys, let's check out a clip of Killer Joe's band.
Oh, boy.
the stage as well. What is it about performing live that you love so much?
That's this type of music was made to be performed live. It's even it's studio written, but it's live performing music.
Yeah.
It's just very soulful, and I feel it should be delivered a certain way.
Yeah.
And all the greats, they felt the same way, and it goes. It's a long line. It's a long line. It goes way back.
I love that. As a musician, I don't know if any of you folks are tuning in if you're pursuing music, but there's a difference between being a recording artist and a performing artist.
Absolutely.
And I think I know which one is your favorite, your personal favorite. Yeah. But I heard there was an artist who said that recording is perfecting a moment, but when you perform, you create one. Right? And so what would you say is your personal favorite? And can you just share why?
Live performing. That's it. I enjoy recording, but it's painstaking. I'm talking hours upon hours of sitting there. So I know I can see why a lot of these guys become flaming alcoholics. It's just that's all you do.
Yeah.
And you just sit, and then you have to deliver that kind of energy that you would do in a live performance. It's the same kind of thing.
Yeah.
And that's what's important to me.
Yeah.
But definitely live, playing live.
I can
Do you feel like you become a different person
Absolutely.
on stage?
It's a character.
It is.
I learned that from all the greats, and I said I've been around some of the greatest in the world. Little Steven Van Zandt from the E Street Band, co-founder of the E Street Band. He's like that. He's a certain guy. When he hits the stage, he's another guy. It's all of us. We just it's like a Clark Kent Superman kind of.
Yeah.
Is it hard to turn that off?
No.
Once you're off stage, or you're
off. I didn't know. Off, yes. Well, when you come off and then you're meeting everybody and whatnot, that's it. It's instant.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
That's when I see people even on the street or whatever, they go, "Hey, Killer, what's going on?" They're like, start swinging. And I'm like, all right, hi.
I'm just Joe right now.
Relax.
I'm just being Joe.
Everybody's, they get crazy.
Yeah. Wow. Now that we saw that clip, you said that was from BB King's, right?
Yes.
Is that one of your? If you had to, I know it's probably tough. You've had just tons of performances. Is that one of your favorite ones that you would say?
Yes.
That's awesome.
First of all, I have to give a shout to my girlfriend Lisa, who got us in there, and we became the house band at BB's at Lucille's. It was the club adjacent to the bigger room. And we played there for about 4 or 5 years. Wow. And I still have friends from all over the globe.
Wow.
Who came in there as a tourist thing.
Yeah.
And we became friends, through the whole blues thing.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
And I used to love playing there.
Oh,
I would have played there for free.
That's awesome.
Absolutely.
A legendary venue.
Yeah.
Absolutely legendary venue.
And what is it about blues that kind of attracts? Because it has such a deep history. There's so many roots with blues, and then it's branched off into different genres. But how do you stay true to it?
Well, blues is in everything.
Yeah.
You could give me any artist that you could pull up, anybody who's current today, and we'll start peeling it down like an onion, and we'll find the blues somewhere. Somewhere in there there'll be B.B. King or Ella Fitzgerald or something like that. No matter what music you listen to, current, and blues is just a feeling.
Yeah.
It gets delivered right from here. So what happens? You become, especially on stage, basically a giant motivator. You're motivating that drummer to really hit, and the guitar player to hit those chords or whatever it is. Before you know it, the whole place is upside down.
Oh.
Yeah, I love that.
Yeah.
You mentioned that blues is in everything. I think I'm really interested. You're so well-rounded, Joe, and blues is in everything. Is that one of the ways that led you into performance acting-wise?
Okay, I was always interested in acting and cinema. And through this, it's been an insane journey. And I was fortunate enough to hook up with a lot of cast members from The Sopranos, the show The Sopranos.
Wow.
And we do a lot of benefit work with them and charity work and stuff. And they saw my band, and one in particular is by the name of Vinny Pastore, who played the iconic character Big Pussy in The Sopranos. And he started teaching at HB Studios, and he has an incredible story. And I followed him, and I started learning how to act.
Wow.
And then in about the second year, I got serious. I said, let me really try to do this.
Yeah.
Instead of just learning the lines or whatever. And some of my best friends are world-class actors that you've seen in major motion pictures and TV shows. And they became very big fans of the band. And so, same thing.
Yeah.
We're sitting here like this. Oh, yeah, I'm shooting an independent film tomorrow morning. Can you be on the set?
Wow.
In Lower Manhattan. Yeah, sure. Whatever. No sleep. 16 gallons of coffee. And we're on the set.
That is incredible.
And then you meet the director. And then you meet this iconic actor. And hey, I'm doing something down the road and blah, blah, blah. And then next thing you know, you're getting called for that. Wow. That's it. But I've always been a fan of cinema and stories. Wow. And I was so interested to see how same thing like you said, like you become that character. I was talking to like someone like Bobby Ferraro from The Sopranos or Vinny Pastore. All of a sudden they become that character. I'm like, wow. And then they come back, hey, what are you doing tomorrow night? What's going on? Yeah. Crazy.
They're just themselves in that way. And I think the way that you're describing kind of how you've gotten some of your roles and how you got into the acting world is the same way you described how you got some of your musicians together as well. It's kind of like both of these worlds, it's word of mouth. You do well and you can take it to the next level.
It's just, we're performing Sunday.
Yeah.
And there's two musicians in there who I've rarely played with. Just a drum I never played with. And a guitar player I played with once, just because they were available. So like, come on, and we're gonna do, like I said, some textbook rock and roll. Hey, I know this bass player, or I know this horn player, or whatever. It's all right, just show them, tell them to come down, see what we got.
Yeah.
I love that.
You just do it. You know the folks.
Right, and we try to bring the best out of them.
Yeah, and then the other side of it though is, you're talking about your acting. Okay, call me up to do an indie film here and there. But The Irishman's not an indie film.
No.
That's not one where you just kind of bump into someone and they put you on. I mean, you have to have the chops for that. Tell us how you got involved in that production.
Again, like everything else in this world was accidental.
Oh, okay. Let's hear it.
And actually, I was let go that day. I was an extra for the scene. It was 1957. Union Rally truck driving scene. For Union Rally back in Jersey back in the day. Okay, Al Pacino's playing Jimmy Hoffa. I got to be this. So, great, I'm going to be on the scene with Al Pacino and 150 other extras, whatever. That day they had too many. They cut us, and then they said, okay, no, we're going to use everybody. They brought us back. Wow. It's okay. So there's a point where you have to just let go of stuff. I said, I made it this far. I'm getting ready. Okay, I got my 1957 bomber jacket. They got at the time I had 1957 haircut. And they put me right in line where Al Pacino was. Wow. At eye level. He was at the podium. I mean, on an aisle seat. So they said, okay, we're going to need volume and energy. I'm like, all right. I said, volume? I said, so when they called for the cue, I screamed and went, yeah, like that. I put my hands up and I scared them. Like that. So they stopped and they tapped me. And they said, we want to talk to you. I thought I was getting kicked out. Yeah. All right, so Al Pacino, great. Mr. Scorsese wants to know, can you do that with the same energy and stand up? So I'm like, obviously you have no clue who they're talking to here. So
I'm Killer Joe.
I said, no, I didn't really say that. Yeah. But I said, of course. I said, I'll stay here till doomsday. Yeah. So I did was I stood up when he said the cue was solidarity. I would stand up, with my hands up, and I didn't say a word about it. I couldn't believe it. It was great. I told my girlfriend, I think my mother and father, and I told Vinny Pastore from The Sopranos. Yeah. And I said, don't tell anybody. I said, I don't want no one to, because it gets cut, you look stupid, it was, so I left it there. Sure enough, I'm driving with Maureen Van Zant, who's Steven's wife, was also on The Sopranos, and she goes, so when are you going to tell me you were in The Irishman? I'm like, oh, obviously, some bird must have told you. Anyways, and then she told me a little Steven was in it as well. He played Jerry Vale later in the movie. And I wasn't supposed to, so this is a big secret at the time. It was so that's, fast forward, they're at the premiere. They called me and told me we saw you in the movie. It made it in the cut. Wow. The whole scene, the Union Rally scene.
Amazing.
And there it is, standing up right in front of them.
Yeah.
Wow.
And all because I was loud and out of hand.
Well, wow. I don't think it was that. I think it was because you had passion for whatever role that you were in there, and they spotted it. Scorsese spotted it.
Well, that's, like I said, for once, big mouth didn't get me in trouble. Because I usually, it worked against me my whole life.
Yeah.
A lot of ways, but this time it didn't. And what was really cool, how I found out was through Maureen and Steven Van Zandt.
Yeah.
Wow.
That's how I found out.
I think it's such an incredible story of what you have, and I think it just shows your passion for everything that you touch, and how no matter what it is you're doing, you're giving 110%. And
Well, I feel you should that's one of my things, bringing everything to everything. Whether you're doing something here at the studio, or you're cooking something, or whatever that case may be. But the thing is, if you're interested in something, try. There's other people who've done it.
Yeah.
You know? If someone's done extra work in a movie, so how do I do that? Anybody, you could get going tomorrow with that.
Yeah.
That's that easy. You can do it with your cell phone.
Yeah.
It's so simple. Before you know it, you're on this show, you're on that show, and then you decide after that.
You're doing it.
Your career is definitely something, and your passion, like I said, for people to look up to. And
thank you.
I feel like I have so many more questions for you, but sadly we do have to
wrap
this up here right now. But before we go, I know you brought your harmonica with you.
Wait a minute.
So I do want to hear just a little bit for you, and so you can take us.
I just happen to have one here.
Ah, there it is.
There it is.
Okay, we'll play a little blues for you, right?
Come on.
Take us to
Let's
commercial
go.
break.
Killer Joe.
Thank you so much for being here. Absolutely incredible. Guys, you see all of his socials right there on the screen. Make sure you guys give him a follow. Check out his music in person on YouTube, wherever. Thank you once again for coming on the AM Show.
Thank you.
All right, guys, we're going to take a quick commercial break. We have more on this Tuesday. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back. Woohoo!
Amazing.
Wow, you did that so
man.
good.